Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Tip Tuesday. Jeffrey Nance here with you guys. And today we are starting a series in February. Kind of crazy, right? It's February. We got Valentine's Day in February. So we're just going to kind of pick up a thing on things we love about trading. And the first one to me seemed very obvious and very appropriate. When I went to my first one, David said, hey, this is a for-profit business. Well, I had been in churches, and basically, if you went to a financial seminar, it consisted of basically three things. You need to spend less money, you need to try to save more, and you need to try to get out of debt. So that's kind of what I thought this would be when I first went to my first Tradeway event. And then I remember coming home telling my wife, that was nothing like what I expected it to be. They were actually trying to show me how to make money. And I was kind of baffled by this. I was like, how do you make money outside of having a job? This is crazy. It's like, this is really cool. So I just remember being kind of like, that's really neat. Like I can make money. Like I can make money trading. What? Um, and so obviously that's one of our goals. But one of the things David said is you treat this like a business, guys, and it's a for-profit business. This is a for-profit business. So whether or not you have an actual entity set up like we discussed several weeks ago or not, the idea is that we want to have this as a for-profit business. If it's a hobby and that's all it is to you, well, then you're going to treat it like a hobby and you're going to approach it like a hobby. And you'll do it sometimes when it's convenient and there's nothing possibly to get in the way. But if you're really treating it as a business, you're going to put in more time, you're going to put in more effort, and you're going to approach it differently. But it needs to be a for-profit business. And I was listening to a comedian back in the day, and he was talking about going to watch his nephew play a soccer game, and he was cheering, and every time they'd score, he'd be like, "Yeah, yeah." And his team was his team was winning and his nephew's team was winning. And then at one point, one of the moms from the other team turns around and goes, we don't keep score. And the guy retorted back to her, he goes, oh, really? Yeah. He goes, well, what are we doing here? And he said, well, it's just here to have fun. And he responded back to the lady and says, okay, well, here's the deal. Our team has had fun 5 times and your team has had fun twice. and when I heard that, I just like, to me, that's from a competitor, right? For somebody who grew up just being, really competitive, that's like me. I'm like, we're not keeping score. Yeah, we are. And I've coached kids and we don't keep score. Like they all want to know, coach, are we winning? Like, yeah, we're winning, right? Yeah. What's the score? We're up quite a bit. Oh yeah. They care. They care about that stuff. We care about that stuff. And you might think, well, trading is supposed to be fun. Well, much like scoring goals is more fun than getting scored on, trading and having trades go your way where you're seeing your grow is better than making trades and seeing your account not growing, right? You might say, well, it's fun. I'm learning stuff. I'm reading these charts and it's neat. I've learned a lot of stuff. I know more about trading than most people will ever know. But I need to make money. Like that's part of the reason I do it. And I'll tell people from time to time, look, the goal of trading is not to make more trades. See, we're not just trading to say that we're trading. The goal of trading is not to make more trades. It's to make more money trading. So for us, we might say, well, sometimes trading less might be better than trading more. If the end result is that I'm supposed to be making money, then that needs to really be part of what I'm focused on. And it is more fun. People say, Jeffrey, it's a struggle for me. Guys, listen, whether we're talking trading or anything in life, if you're going through a difficult time, most of us are not going to look at that and be like, that was a fun time. That was fun. Yeah. When we're struggling, we don't necessarily think of struggling as being fun. That's what makes what Paul says about counting it all joy when you suffer trials of various kinds such a what statement? Like what? Count it all joy is not no, it's not fun. I don't like this. So we don't like losing. We don't like seeing our account go the opposite way. None of that is fun. So what is fun? It's when we're making money. It's when we're doing well. So then what is our motivation? Because it might seem fairly shallow if we say, well, look, it's all about making money. Is that really what it's all about? Guys, if that's it, and that's okay, right? It's okay. But for us at Tradeway, it's not our goal, right? It is. I'll tell people, look, my goal is to help you reach your goals. So one of the things that I want to talk about a little bit today is that if we're going to have a goal, and part of our goal is to make money, and we're going to have these monetary goals set, which I think is really important, that you need to have a goal. You need to have a really viable opportunity to actually reach that goal, meaning that it's a goal that is within reason of where you are financially. What's the purpose of having a goal? So I'm going to talk about two things. One, I think we need to have a goal, but we need to have a reason for having that goal. So if you say, Geoffrey, I want to make X amount of dollars a month. Why? Why? I mean, cool. It's a goal, but why? What are you going to do with it? Do you guys think it would be weird? Super Bowl is going to be here in a week or two. If all of a sudden the team won and they're like, it's cool. Yeah, good season, guys. Good season. Yep, good season. And they just walked off. Is that normally what happens on the field after a team wins a big game? They just go, hey, good job. All right, good guys. No, the team that won is rejoicing and throwing a party, and they're pumped and they're jumping around all over the field and they're excited. Why? Because winning is fun. Okay, winning is fun. We can enjoy the game, we can enjoy the process, but winning is more fun than losing. Now, we understand that when you trade, you're going to have losses, and we talk about that. We don't want to talk about that today. We want to talk about winning. So if you have a trading goal, what is your goal? And then number two, what do you do when you reach your goal? Do you have a party? Is there rejoicing involved? Is there excitement involved in reaching your goal? Or is it like, yeah, great, I did it. Yeah. How do you approach your goal? Because goals ought to be something that we're striving to achieve, but when we reach them, we ought to be pumped about it. There ought to be something at the end of reaching our goals that entices us. So the third thing I would say about this when it comes to reaching goals is, how does that goal reach more than just you? And what do I mean by that? I think that for us, particularly those of us that are believers, that if we're trading and our goal is to trade and make money trading, is we need to have some kind of altruistic vision of what we're going to do with this. So in other words, let's just say that you have a goal where you say, we'll make it small initially and then we'll go from there. Let's just say I want to make like, $200 a month. Cool. All right. So what happens when you reach your goal? Are you just doing that because you're trying to double a small account and you just say, Geoffrey, yeah, that's my goal. That's what it takes to double my account. Cool. So great. You do it. Now what? Oh, well, I want to do it again next year. Great. You do it. Now what? So at some point, guys, goals are meant to be celebrated. They're supposed to be celebrated. It's supposed to be fun. If we're sitting there looking at our goals and it's more like work, well, that's not often fun. That's not something we're going to rejoice about. Hey, I had another day at work. Yay! It's like, okay, like I work. I'm glad I have the job, but I don't like to sit here and rejoice because I'm like, yeah, I get to. No, so that's how we ought to approach our goals, though. So one of the things that I would say to you guys is, if you have a goal, and part of what you're trying to do with your goals is financial, obviously, is to say, all right, now, how do I rejoice when I reach a goal? And then how does that benefit others? And here's what I would encourage you to do. Once you set a goal and you're really working towards so that you're seeing that you're making money on a regular basis, ask yourself, how am I going to be a blessing to others? So as I'm being blessed through trading, how am I going to use this to be a blessing to others? So let's just say you have a goal of saying you're going to make like $500 a month. What if you decided, I'm going to take that $100 out of that $500 and I'm going to give that as an offering, and top of what I'm giving already to the church? All right, cool. What if you say, you know what? I'm going to look and I'm going to find somebody at the grocery store and I'm just going to grab an item or two. And if they let me go in front of them, I'm going to buy their groceries for them. I'll do that. Or I'm at a restaurant and I'm sitting around and I'm just going to choose to be a blessing to somebody else and I'm going to pay for their meal. What what if we did that? See, now all of a sudden, reaching our goals is a challenge, yes, but it carries this extra kind of oomph with it, where it's not just about me, it's not just about the money, it's about how am I going to be a blessing to other people financially because of what I've been able to accomplish. So now my goal has a purpose. My goal has this sense of this is really a blessing. This is exciting. And as your goals increase, guys, I would encourage you to make sure that you are taking advantage of those things. I know of one professional trader who has professional, he has his goals, but if he reaches his goals in 2 weeks, then he spends the next 2 weeks on vacation. So that's what he does. He's a professional trader. And if he reaches his goal in 2 weeks, he and his wife go 2 weeks of vacation, pick a location, go on vacation for 2 weeks. If he doesn't reach his goal, and it takes 3 weeks, they go on a week of vacation. If he doesn't reach his goal for an entire month, no vacation. So now his motivation is like, I want to go on vacation with my wife and I want to be gone. And so I'm going to make really good trades so that we can go and enjoy this time together. And the sooner I reach my goals, the more we get to do this. And he doesn't trade while he's gone, guys. He takes the time off. He's like, look, this is my time of being rewarded for the effort that I put in. My wife, she's run marathons before. And when she finished with those, she wasn't like, yeah, let's go, do another one. Most of the time she's like, I'm so pumped I finished this, but I am done. Like, she's like, let me go soak in the bath, go get a foot massage and stuff. Like the accomplishment was great. And she wanted to do another one, but not immediately right afterwards. Why? Because now is the time to rejoice. She had done something hard. So she needed to celebrate, right? It was a big goal. You meet a goal, celebrate a big goal. But then ask yourself, all right, so now what's next, right? And I would say to us, guys, listen, making money is great. And it's something that we ought to be striving to do, certainly better than losing money, right? But if this is going to be more like a job, it needs to be something that we enjoy. And part of the reason that we're going to be able to find joy in the trading is that when we see that the results of us reaching our goals helps us be in a position to help even more people. And that's what I would encourage you to do. And when that happens, guys, when you find that setting goals and reaching goals brings forth rejoicing, celebration, that benefits you, it benefits your family, but ideally it goes well beyond you and starts to benefit those around you. And when we get to a point where we can start doing that on a regular basis, it's going to be really hard to not be really excited about trying to make money and loving the idea of what we're able to do with the money. Money's a tool. Tools can be very useful, especially when we apply them correctly. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I think it's really good for us to think about this. I think it's good for us to enjoy all that the Lord has made. That's each day. That's these opportunities that we have. And as you set goals and you try to make money, ask yourself, all right, how am I truly celebrating my victories? And then how is me reaching my goals benefiting others? And when we can start taking it to that level, guys, we're going to start making the difference that David envisioned when he started this company over a decade ago. You guys get to be a part of it. So thanks for being with us for another Tip Tuesday. We'll see you guys next time.